Hi guys, today we're gonna be I'm gonna be explaining the 7th chapter of Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. It is Cannibals. In the last chapter, The Mysterious Footprint, I remember that Robinson saw a mysterious footprint, just one footprint. And he was so afraid that savages were gonna come with hundreds of their kind, like many numbers, and come and eat him. So he was so afraid he ran to his home and didn't come out of his house for a few weeks, and built a second protection wall over his first one. And then you know what happened? Then he was so afraid. It had been some months since he started to see that footprint. He was amazed. So let's start our 7th chapter. Now it had been some months since he had made that discovery, and he wouldn't come out of his fortress. That's what he says. And then it had been some months, and now he believed that no one was to come on the island, and no one had to find out that he lived in there. So his bravery was kind of returning. So then one day he decides to explore the western shore of the island, because he cannot go to the eastern shore, because that's where he found the mysterious footprint. So one day, he went up on a hill and overlooked the beautiful scenery, and saw a boat, but he wasn't sure because he didn't have his eyeglass with him, so he just returned home to bring it. He was going through the path of the western shore, so that way he can explore it too. Then when he came down the hill to the western shore, he saw that there were remainings of fire and bones of human body. And he thought that savages had come here and had a feast and ate their fellow human beings. Now he was so afraid he ran to his home and shut the door. His fortress. He went up the ladder and took it in with him. Then after he was in the fortress. So then he was so afraid. There were pictures coming in his mind of some savages having a feast, and suddenly if Robinson attacked them, they would come and attack him too and kill him, because Robinson was only one person and the savages might be 20-30. I don't know, but if he managed to kill them, but what about somehow 1 or 2 savages escape in their boat to their island and come back with 1,000 of them to hunt Robinson down and eat him? He was so scared. And then he thought, why should I attack them? I think they won't attack me if they don't discover me. So then he thought the wisest thing to do when he saw those savages was to keep quiet and don't let them see his fortress or any campfires coming from inside his fortress, like the smoke of their campfires, right? So then he thought, okay, the wisest thing to do is to keep quiet when they come. And that way he won't hurt them, they won't hurt him, nobody gets killed. And then he thought, I have been living here for 23 years now. He was living on the island for 23 years now. And he hadn't seen so much of savages, of their sightings. Like, he didn't discover so much. So he thought they might not come back, because they were not too oftentimes came on the island. So he thought nothing would happen. They would never come here again, or maybe only one time. On that year, in that year, 23rd year of his on the island, in December, he made a terrible discovery. He saw some savages having feast. He saw some smoke up there. He just saw the smoke of their fires, and then he took his spyglass and took a look and saw like 9 savages whatsoever having feast. He was so afraid. He just was quiet, and now he thought, no campfires outside your fortress and no hunting, because it was good that he had tamed a flock of goats inside his house, and if he needed to eat something, so he can just hunt in his house. That's cool, right? So this was our chapter, Cannibals. So see you in the next chapter, guys. Have a nice day. Bye.